Okay, let's talk about YouTube. YouTube is the most fun, if you ask me. And by the way, YouTube is the central cog in my wheel as marketing. I have over 400 videos on YouTube, and people find me through those videos. Now let's just talk briefly about videos themselves. There's different types of content that's on the internet, and there's basically 4 types. There's text, there's photos or images, there's audio content, and there's video content. Which do you think is the most viral? What do you think is the most viral content? It's video. People share videos. It's fun, it's effortless, it's easy to do. Video is the biggest viral content. So you may be familiar with a name called Gary Vaynerchuk. You may or may not be familiar with the name Gary Vaynerchuk. Well, if you're not familiar with him, we are talking about a completely crazy ADHD 31-year-old kid who inherits his parents' retail wine store called Wine Library. It's located in New Jersey, just outside of New York City. Gary Vaynerchuk inherits his wine store from his parents. And what does he do? What does he do? Well, he's a progressive guy, loves technology just like I do. So he started a video blog called Wine Library TV. I'm telling you, this guy is crazy. He literally eats dirt and chews leather to talk about the flavors in wine. I mean, he's not exactly your French sommelier, but the young people love this guy. And by the way, he posts a video almost every day. This is no small undertaking. But he increased his family's business from $4 million to over $60 million in less than 18 months. In less than 18 months. And 2/3 of the orders were online orders. His parents never once took an online order. They never did it. He introduced it. 2/3 of 60 million is $40 million. This guy went from 0 to $40 million in 18 months. Why? Because he demonstrated his expertise in a creative way in the middle of a raging river. Guys, the stories are always the same. These stories are always the same. How can you demonstrate your expertise in the middle of a raging river? Gary Vaynerchuk did that, and he increased his family business from $4 million to over $60 million in a year and a half. It's a tremendous opportunity. So again, most people, when they think about YouTube, they think about videos of kids falling off of their bikes or crickets fighting or whatever it might be. The reality is that the fastest growing segment of new content on YouTube is educational content. And there's tons of examples of this. Go and search for whatever your favorite keywords are for your business. Business marketing, stock market investing. In fact, one of the best tricks is to use your keywords and put the words how to in front of them. So how to chiropractor, how to massage therapy, how to, and using those keywords, you're gonna find videos that people have made, your competitors have made, and they're demonstrating their expertise in the raging river called YouTube. You'd be astonished the kind of content you can find on YouTube. If you wanna learn to play guitar, you can learn that on YouTube. If you wanna learn to tie a bow tie, you can learn that on YouTube. You want to learn to solve a Rubik's Cube, you can do that on YouTube. You want to learn to speak Spanish, you can do that on YouTube. The opportunity and the amount of information is astonishing. And I've done searches for these in the past and found things like how to change an alternator. A mechanic demonstrating his expertise in the middle of a raging river. I've seen videos about how to read a good faith estimate, which is a common form if you're purchasing a home. So a mortgage broker was demonstrating his or her expertise in the middle of YouTube. And a past client of mine who has a business selling premium foods like caviar and truffles, which, by the way, are mushrooms, as it turns out. I thought they were chocolates, but they're not. They're mushrooms. I guess they're both. And foie gras, whatever that is. The bottom line is that she attended a presentation that I gave once, and she came up afterwards. She was all excited. And she said, I want to make a video. One video. I want to make a video. And I said to her, a video? How many products do you sell? She said, 85. I said, make 85 videos. And optimize each one for the keywords of that particular product. Now, in the end, she did not make 85 videos, but she made 27 and her revenue doubled almost instantaneously. Because people are searching for these different things, and there are 27 different videos that answer those questions, and each one of those videos goes back to her website. So she has a video all about black truffle oil, whatever that is. And people are searching for black truffle oil. They find her video, and it goes back to her website. You know, when I first launched my book has a whole series of chapters, many chapters. The first edition had 60 chapters and the new version has 80. And with instructions for how to do all this kind of stuff. And when I first launched the book, I created 57 videos, one video for almost every chapter in that first version. And I literally set the camera up in front of me, just like the camera is now. And I had the book and I said, hi, my name's Patrick and I was the author of this book, and I held it up and I went to the chapter. I said, today we're going to talk about chapter 13 or whatever. And I would talk about that chapter. And then when I was finished, I would, okay, take a break, catch my breath. Hi, my name's Patrick and I wrote this book and today we're going to talk about chapter 14. And I just went through over and over and over and I recorded them all in 3 sessions over the course of 3 days. And a good friend of mine said to me, she said, you should change your clothes in between each video. I said no, because nobody's going to watch 57 videos. They're going to watch one of them, depending on what they were searching for. Every chapter is about something different. So if they're searching for article marketing, then they're going to find my video about article marketing. Or if they're searching for event promotion, they're going to find my video about event promotion or video promotion or any of the other things, commenting on blogs that these different chapters are about. No one's going to see that I'm wearing the same thing for every video. Think about your business. Don't think about making one video. Think about making a whole bunch of them and optimizing them all just a little bit differently so that people who are searching for anything related to what it is you do will find a video that you've produced on that topic. Doing that can bring you an enormous amount of customers. Now, let's talk about what you're going to need in terms of equipment. You can get a flip digital video recorder, which is a very small device, inexpensive, less than $200. If you like, you can go one step up and get a camcorder, and pay maybe $300 for it, $400 for it. If you go that route, I recommend you get one that supports an external microphone, because the biggest complaint on YouTube videos is poor sound quality. So if you're going to get a camcorder, you can get one that has a jack and you can have a microphone, okay, attached to it. Now let's look at one more case history for YouTube. Again, YouTube's my favorite, and this is one of my favorite case histories. It's of a company called Blendtec. Blendtec, and they make, predictably, commercial residential blenders. Well, as it turns out, by the way, they manufacture them here in the United States, which I think is great. And their factory's in Utah. And as it turns out, the CEO was going through the factory one day, and there's a room in the factory where they test the blenders. And the CEO walked into that room. Picture the scene. The entire room is covered in chips of wood and sawdust all over the floor. And you can imagine what this guy said. What are you doing? The guy who works there said, don't worry, we're just testing the blender. How did you test it? The guy says, true story. We blended a 2x4. We blended a 2x4, a piece of wood, and the blender lived. The 2x4 died. The blender lived. And they saw the opportunity immediately. We have to get this on video. So what did they do? They started a series. By the way, they started this campaign with $85. That was their investment. And they started a series called Will It Blend? And they blended marbles, and they blended golf balls, and they blended a full-size rake into a blender. And they also blended an iPhone. And the iPhone completely gets destroyed. The iPhone literally turns to dust. Actually, on the video, they called it iDust. And these videos just exploded. And they did extremely well, okay? The revenue didn't double. I'm talking about revenue, not profit. Top line revenue didn't double, didn't triple. It was up 5-fold. I mean, it revolutionized the company. Why? Because they demonstrated the capabilities of their product in a clever way, Raging River. They're always the same. They're always the same. It worked because it was remarkable. What do you do that's remarkable? In your business, what do you do that's remarkable? You do some things. You think to your customers, your interactions with prospects and customers, what is it where people think, gosh, that's really cool? That's it. Get that on video and give your friends an opportunity to pass that along on YouTube and other platforms. You'd be amazed how much attention it can bring you. The opportunity on YouTube is to leverage rich media, and it's a tremendous opportunity indeed. Don't go on in your business without trying to show your value on YouTube as well.